So now we're going to talk about how to graph an equation using GeoGebra. But I thought first it might help for me to show you how to get rid of points that you have. You have a couple different options. So on the left here, you see either objects that you have in GeoGebra. And so we see this point toodles is here on 3-4 and also here in my free objects world. To get rid of this, I can do a couple different things. I can just click the little button next to Toodles, and that'll keep it in my free objects menu, but it will disappear from my graph. Now if I want to get rid of that point altogether, I can right click here and go to delete, or I can right click up here and go to delete. Alright, so that's all gone. So to graph an equation, like let's say we wanted to graph a linear equation, y equals 2x minus 4. If we go to the input bar, all we need to do is type in y equals 2x minus 4 and press enter. And then our equation shows up. So I can change my view by moving my graph like we talked about before, and I can zoom in and zoom out using the same bar. But my favorite thing to do is just use my trackpad, take 2 fingers, and go up for zooming out, and pull them down for zooming in. So there's my equation. If I wanted to edit it, I can right click over here, go to Object Properties, and I can do a lot of the same things that I could do with my points. Change my color, because I love to change the color on things, and maybe I'll make it a little thicker. So I'm going to name it Peanut. If I wanted to create another line using an equation, I could input again. Maybe I'll do a quadratic this time. Y equals x squared minus 2x minus 5. Alright, and there's my quadratic. I'm going to go in and I'm going to call this quadratic and change my color and make it a little thicker just so it's easier to see. Alright. Didn't show my label. So there's my quadratic. And so if your students were looking at this, or if you were looking at this, maybe you were interested in seeing where these objects intersected. So we can go to our points menu, intersect 2 objects. So here's our first object and our second object. It's given us these points of intersection. And I can look over here and see what these points actually are. So I hope that helps you in graphing equations with GeoGebra. Remember, if you want additional topics covered, please enter them at the bottom of our tutorial page.